Hello and welcome to another episode of Front End Horse Live. It is so good to see everyone out there. How's everyone doing? I am super excited to be back. Had a nice long vacation, weeks off, days off, I don't even know. Folks, it is so good to see everyone there. And Ryan, it is awesome to be here with you today, dude. We've had you on a few times now. You always teach us some just fantastic stuff, and you're here to show us such a nice site, proven by the fact that it is award-winning. We have subs coming through, a hype train's happening. It's just a good day. Happy Thursday, everybody. Ryan, how are you doing, dude?
I'm doing great today.
Awesome, awesome. I am just really pumped to see so many folks here. James, I'm so sorry. They give me vacation at work. I don't know why. I don't do enough during the day to warrant the vacation. So it's just like, what are you giving me off from, right? I think you should put in some effort in the first place. Anyway, yeah, I'm feeling rested, Mike. It's good to see you. Adrian, good to see you. Brent, James, Ben, thank you for the sub. Love the shirt. Yeah, so can we get a quick zoom in on the shirt, cameraman? All right, I don't have one of those. But yeah, nice little on-brand shirt. First time wearing it. Ryan, I thought you would be kind of the person that I unveil this with. So
Yeah,
you're part of history now, whether you like it or
yeah,
not.
it's a beautiful shirt.
It is of all the shirts, it is one. So
Mhm.
yeah, no one can deny that. Andre, thank you for the sub, dude. Great to see you. Saw Rochelle here earlier. I'm missing some people. Niffle, Fimian, good to see you. The other Alex, Kulbach, just awesome to see everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Uh, I don't want to waste a ton of time, but community, it is just really nice to see you here. Missed y'all. Really appreciate the support and the love. But we have a lot to get through today. So, Ryan, you work for a wonderful agency called Elegant Seagulls. True or false?
True.
And you specialize in what exactly?
I am the interactive designer, creative developer, one of the creative developers here. So I
And
do
what does Elegant Seagulls do? Because by the name, you might think it's like a Swan Lake kind of thing, and that's what
yeah,
I
we
thought you
uh,
were
we we
involved in when you first
specialize
started.
in ballet.
Okay, yep, fair.
No, yeah, we're a creative agency who builds really sort of innovative and creative websites.
Awesome. Internally, do you ever make like stealing food jokes or any kind of like seagull related humor of seagulls on the beach and how they act? Like, do you have you got to let me in on the meta. I want to know the inside jokes a little bit.
Um, yeah, I mean, a little bit of that happens.
Okay,
There's a sort of a trend in the town where we're out of Marquette, Michigan,
nice.
where there's like a lot of the businesses are painting these gigantic murals on the side of on their buildings. So we have our building when we bought it, we just moved in a few years ago. And we painted the entire building just black. Um, just to freshen it up. It was a
Okay.
real sort of hideous beige color prior. And we there have been discussions of doing a gigantic mural of a seagull eating garbage, just to sort of go with the like the really outdoorsy, like the local brewery has uh, uh, painting of Sasquatch surfing while drinking a beer.
Perfect.
Because and then yeah, another one has this gigantic, beautiful eagle's nest that kind of flows into this woman's hair, and it's yeah. So yeah, seagull eating trash was sort of
Excellent.
our idea as a community.
I love that. I love that
Yeah.
so much. Um, yeah, I mean, just the Stealing Food. Yeah, Elegant Seagull is one of my favorite sites. Yeah, this site, chat. If you haven't been to it, there's a reason we are like looking behind the scenes of it because it is. Well, first off, it's pretty new. It came out in the last couple months. We've been trying to get Ryan booked on here, but his tour schedule has been really no. It's been I've been having to reschedule. But you just won a couple awards a bit ago, right? Can you tell me about that?
Yep. Yeah, we did the website of the day from CSS design awards,
Nice.
and then we have site of the day as well as the developer award from Awards,
Nice. So you're
which is
an
the
awards winning site, which is just fun. You have to lengthen the W a little bit, but
yep.
yeah. So huge congratulations to you and the team. Always fun when you not only win one of those, but when it's for your own site because it just helps bring in more fun clients to work on similar stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But as someone who worked at an agency, and I worked at an agency mainly because I wanted to do like the fun animation stuff that you see like cool awards winning sites doing. I'm really excited to dig into this because you've got a few fun effects, alliteration.
Yeah, yeah.
Get me on in your mixtape, James Quick. Um, and we're gonna kind of do we're gonna do a bird's eye view, right? First, we're gonna stay up here. I'm gonna be
I,
brutal
I
with the
see, I
bird puns.
see, I see what you did there.
Yep.
It's
We're gonna do a bird's eye view, just kind of go through each page real quick. Then we're gonna kind of swoop in and do like a vulture hover and kind of look a little closer at some of the components. Then we're gonna like swoop in for that pizza and snatch it right out of your hands when we recreate some of these components. So we've got a couple of components that you made on here that are like just really fun, and you're gonna teach us how to rebuild them or just build them in general. See how you do it. So. Bird metaphors the whole way. Horse metaphors, put them in your drawer, chat, because we're going hard on the seagull metaphors. We're doing it. So, without any other ado, with no ado, let's kind of go through it. All right. So you land on the homepage. You get this little playbook. This down. I'm just gonna mute it because I don't know if that audio is gonna get me DMCA or whatever, but basically you've got a nice show reel, super cool, but not what we're here for because this is like an After Effects kind of thing. Still really nice and a nice way to kind of get me to do it with this little like lagging
mouse
hover.
follow.
Yeah, what do you call that when it kind of like trails behind slowly, like not a lag, but like
I'd just say a follow.
a follow.
I
That
don't
that
know.
works. And you
Yeah.
scroll down a little bit, and we get some of your case studies and your previous clients, and then kind of get into what your capabilities have. That's a contact link. I'm just going to click things, and we're going to have to go back. But okay, the contact is pretty great. You scroll to the side, you change the budget. We're just going to kind of jump all over the place, chat. Just be ready for it. Change the budget, change the timeline. And we've looked at some of your cool forms before with the Anderson Brothers site.
Yep.
And that was when you came on and made a really cool form thing for us. And as you go through, type your message. And then this is so good in that the closer you get to the send button, the happier the rock gets. Like just these little details. I love how much fun y'all have with pretty much everything on this site. Like you've got a really great style, but the little touches like that are just excellent, dude. Is there anything that you wanted to say about this page that I might have missed?
There is an animation when you submit the form. You will need to fill out your name. That
Should
is a
I?
required field.
Am I going to get yelled at for spamming y'all? Or
I don't think so. I think you'll be all right.
great. Now I'm going to get phone calls. 555-555-5555. Chat. I'm going to block you if you try.
We are going to sell your information.
Basically. Nice.
So
Very
yeah,
cool.
another rock pun. So we got the rock and then you rock.
Got it. I didn't have that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. So very good. Let's head back now. All right, back to where I just had to click. So the little egg. First off, I like that the button is an egg. Nice touch. Lots of feathers throughout chat. I skipped over that entirely because I've been here a few times, but check out the way that we're doing the parallax feather masking image effect. Like that, I think is a really nice touch that I'm honestly taking for granted right now. Just really, really slick, and we'll get into a little bit of that later. Beautiful idea, ugly birds. Lots of just nice details, and then down here, once again, that feather motif comes into play. And yeah, lovely
with
home
the
screen.
with those cards as well. Those are draggable, so you get to just above there. Yeah, you get to kind of see what's
Nice.
on there.
Super cool. Just awesome stuff. And then yes, there's the little Easter egg, right? Like that
Yeah.
little guy. So tell them the story about this because you already
Yeah,
told
so
me. I know it.
that little skater dude was in one of the previous. So the site's been through a few different design iterations, and he was a static image that I recreated to as a sprite. So I had to manually essentially redraw or adjust him
Okay.
for like 40 or 50 frames to do that skater motion. And he got sort of scrapped with the with the redesign
Whoa, whoa,
of the
whoa, whoa!
site.
I'm gonna
And
stop you right there, Ryan. He was a skater boy, and they said "see you later, boy."
oh boy.
Wow,
Yeah,
he wasn't good
yeah,
enough for
and
them.
I was yeah.
We can end it
Oh
here if you
no, I think this is the peak. Thanks for coming, everybody.
take care, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was happy that he got brought back in because we all loved him. So yeah, he made the cut.
All
So
right,
he
good. I'm glad this
yeah
version of it had a happy ending. Now he's slamming on his guitar. Anyway, I'll stop with the Avril. There's no more Avril jokes here. Just
yeah.
Seagull stuff from here on out. Cassie, good to see you. Brandon, good to see you. Loving the chat today. Having a lot of fun. So yeah, awesome homepage. Lots of nice scroll effects. Lots of nice hover effects. Is
Yeah,
this all
so
green sock? And I'm not just saying that because Cassie came here, but it just reminded me.
yeah, so a majority of the animations are done with GreenSock or CSS transitions. We also have we are using Scroll Trigger to
Cool.
trigger the animations, which is a GreenSock product, as well as the new Smooth Scroll, which is
Nice.
or Scroll Smoother, which is also GreenSock.
Perfect.
That's their newest product, which helped us out in a lot of ways on this site, which
That's
is which
awesome.
is pretty cool.
Yeah, you can feel a little bit of the smooth scrolliness there. All right, cool. So we're gonna go in order. So next about us, and as we said, chat, we're doing this high flying bird's eye view of the site. Check out the about page. Once again, we see these feather parallax effects. Really nice, cool way to mask out these images. Gorgeous stock photography and then just a really nice effect. I don't know. I love it. SVGs and just clip masks or what
Yep.
exactly?
Yeah, those are that's one big SVG with that we are animating the inside of.
Cool.
So
Awesome. I went to inspect and it came up over on the right side and I realized y'all can't see the right side.
yeah,
There we
so
go.
I can't take much credit for that particular animation. That was
All
was
good. Yeah. So we should clarify
yeah,
that this was not a Ryan Labar designed and developed production. You had a whole team of folks working on it with you, right? Do you want to kind of
yep,
quick shout them out?
yeah. Steve is our creative developer as well. So he did a good amount of the animations as well.
Cool.
So this is one of them. He did some of the WebGL stuff as well. That's on there too, which
Awesome.
is really awesome when you go to the portfolio man, because he
Sounds
had a
good.
really creative way of creating a really cool feather effect there.
Nice. So got a little bit of details. Nice. Are these draggable? Not these.
No, not those ones.
Um, did you already increase the numbers here?
Yeah,
Nice. Good.
that has been updated. I'm fairly certain. I know there was a GitHub issue for it. I think that
Nice.
one got closed. So
So this page, chat, we're not going to go through all of them. So definitely, head over to elegantseagulls.com/about to check these out. But everyone has their own specific bird call.
yeah, we I don't know if the audio is coming through on those.
So
Alex.
not for you.
Okay.
So yeah, sorry, I should have mentioned that. Chat should be able to hear it. That was Wesley's cat, I assume. Yours. Perfect.
Yep, I recorded mine in the sauna. Fun fact.
In what?
In the sauna?
Like,
Sauna?
oh, got
Like,
it.
yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
all
Yeah,
good. I was
regional
hearing you saying
accent for that one.
a
So
sauna. Like I'm like, you can do that in a sauna.
no, no,
I don't use it.
sauna like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
steam bath. So And we did hire a voice actor for the intro. So if you go up
I
and
completely
play
this,
that one, so yeah,
right?
we hired somebody to give the sort of Morgan Freeman-esque introduction to our bird calls.
I'll let you know
Um,
when this is over because this is excellent. Okay, so I'm gonna play it. We'll just be
Close your eyes and imagine entering a world ruled by birds. Listen to their majestic calls and be transported to a creative space beyond imagination.
it's over, and it's so good. The voice is so good. That's not actually Morgan Freeman, and yeah, it's wonderful. So I'm not gonna spend much more time on this because like the how did you do this is a bit not obvious, but like there's not a ton of mystery to it. I would assume, but just the detail, like the quality, the ideation, the delivery, top notch, front to back. Close your eyes and imagine you are entering a world ruled by birds. Thank you, Ben, for captioning it. I appreciate that. I should have thought of that, but yes, so good, such a good Morgan Freeman. And then this is actually one of the things we're going to recreate. So you've got this really cool Rolodex effect, and it's a nice way to kind of like just pack in a bunch of your clients all into one little space. That's a fun play withable sort of
yeah, and
thing,
then those go to the actual case study for those
right?
projects.
Oh, middle click to open twice. But look at that transition, y'all. Look at that. So if you go back and we click that again, like check that transition out. So let me do it one more time. Anderson Brothers. Oh, it's so good. I hope you're seeing all 60 frames of that, chat, because yeah, that's just really nice. Gorgeous stuff, dude. So, all right, so we hit the about. I want to make sure we're not spending too much time to get into each little detail. I'm doing a bad job of the bird's eye view. I'm getting nitty gritty so quick. Case studies. This is just a like kind of showing them all at in a list, and then you can dig into each one. I'm getting a little bit of lag. Might be hopping around too quick. One thing that we haven't really talked about yet is this menu that we like kind of considered talking about, but you showed me the code for this,
Yeah.
and this is so complex in terms of, well, like explain why it's complex while I click through it like again and again, if you don't
Yeah,
mind.
so what's happening with the menu is we are doing sort of a manual flip animation
Right.
where essentially we're animating the actual page back into so we're doing a scale transform as well as a slight rotation and a rotate. Um, then as it's moving back, we're swapping it with, since this is built in Next.js, we're then swapping it with the component for the hero of that page. And that's what you're seeing here is those extra components. But to do that, we had to essentially transform 30 something different CSS variables to sort of account for uh, where it's coming from and where it's going to, and so just so that all 5 of the pages can fall into where they need to fall in, as well as when you click on the next one where it sort of goes to. So
Right.
then, yeah, it's sort of conditional based on the class that the page you're going to is.
It's a really
So
cool effect.
yeah,
And
from the menu, we are not using the React transition group, which is what we sort of covered in one
yeah,
of my other talks here. But from the page links, it is using that. So we have that feature sort of turned off from the menu. But if you were to say
got it. Okay, so if I go from
click the
our work,
logo, yes, if you click on the Elegant Seagulls logo there or those, so that is using
got
the
it.
transition group there.
Really cool. Yeah, that menu, to kind of like wrap my head around how you would solve that. It's different because you've got all these different cases, and like even coming from one of the use cases, they all have to leave because it's not in that menu. So just it's cool to see the attention to detail, and just how you made that work. And then yeah, each one of these pages is gorgeous. Great job on this, man. I think the awards speak for themselves, but really this is just such a nice site from top to bottom. Animations are smooth. I love all the masking, the feather motif that comes through. Yeah, can't say enough how much I enjoy this site. So we were gonna look at we're eventually gonna look at two of the components. We're looking at the Rolodex, and the second one is escaping my mind right now. What's the second one?
404 page.
404. Yes. So we want to check it out. I always forget about 404 pages. So it's going to go to the 404. Check this out, chat. Is that Biff Whiff? Mike asks. Do you know who Biff Whiff is? I'm not. I'm guessing if you don't know, it either is Biff Whiff and you just didn't get a chance to meet Biff, or it is not. And we'll have to find out who Biff Whiff is another time.
Where was that?
Might have been the dancing gentleman.
Oh yeah, I have no idea. That was stock dance, that dancing dude that we found. I have no idea if that's Biff Whiff.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Which he was just on one of the stock video sites. So we saw him and we loved him, so we put him in there. He was kind of a joke at first, but yeah, he stuck around. We were pretty excited about him.
No, it's not Biff Whiff, but it looks a lot like him. I forgot about him. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you. Cassie said a couple things I want to go up. Also, big GSEP shoutouts to Ryan for being a lovely forum mod and helping everyone learn and fix their animations. Not sure how he has time on top of building all this cool stuff. Hero. That's awesome. Yeah, it's just super knowledgeable guy. Has helped me out of a few. Hey, I'm having trouble with GSEP and React, or just having trouble. Can you help me out? And just was spot on with lending me some support over the years. So always appreciate you, dude, and really appreciate you coming on to teach us.
Always happy to help.
But this 404 page, really fun effect where you kind of uncover the 404 as you go around. So I'm not clicking. I'm just moving the mouse. I love how I lift my hand up to prove not clicking. Yeah. See, look, haven't clicked.
Definitely not clicking.
Not clicking. So just explaining how this is working. Just as you move around, feathers kind of get painted, and you unveil the 404. Just a nice effect here. So we're going to be learning how to do this ourselves, and we can kind of use. And so this effect can work without a feather. Is that correct, or is this feathers only? Is this
it can effect? Be any shape that you can put into a canvas element. So canvas is nice because it takes you can put pretty easily put an SVG path in as the canvas path. It uses the same sort of syntax for writing it out, so it makes it super easy to get the feather shape in. I think we are going to do a horse head shape today. Perfect. So
that's what I want to hear. See, because like I think it's fun for chat and myself, not when I can like learn like this is a good technique if you are, like a sporting brand or something, but like when it's like this is a technique that is specific in this case, but here's how to generalize it, right? So that people can use it and take it and do their own things with it. So awesome. I obviously didn't think it was just a feather thing, but always fun when you can just make it your own. So those are two of the effects that we're going to be checking out. Was there anything else? Any other cool components? You've got a bunch of them here that I am missing out on, or that I've forgotten about.
Yeah, the capabilities page has a couple of really cool ones as well.
Ooh, let's check it out. Capabilities.
Good so there's our at the top. Yeah.
So am I going to keep scrolling? Oh, right. This one. Yeah, forgot about this. So as you scroll, does a nice little, so is this a CSS?
Yeah, just a rotation tied to a green sock pin, a scroll trigger pin, and rotation. So as it hits the technology section, research section. This one was a super fun collaboration between the designer, myself. So yeah, it was just three cards as you scrolled down, and I thought, well, it seems these are sort of the pillars of our capabilities, and
Yeah.
kind of wanted to create this sort of pillar effect. So I created a sort of a prism shaped
Yeah, watch
pillar,
out.
and
We would
yeah.
come. Our lawyer, we're
The-
very litigious. No, that's super cool. I do like that. There's no spot where it's like half rotated because it's always going to be like something will be readable no matter what,
Mhm.
right? So like as you're going through, it's going
Yep.
to
So yeah, as you hit the trigger points, it
yeah,
does the complete yeah,
because that could be
third rotation.
another way that you make it happen is that like you can tween the actual rotation.
Yeah, yeah, tie
Yeah,
it directly to
it
scroll.
doesn't
Yeah,
really make as much sense. It's more readable this way. And I
yeah, and
love the
then we get
typography
this.
here.
Yeah, I got this fun little animation. This was another one of Steve's WebGL animations here, kind of pushing those through. So there is some mouse interaction, just a little parallax with the mouse as well as scroll with those.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's fun. That's
I
jiggly.
give a little 2D and 3D kind of mixture there, which I thought was a really
So
really
good,
nice
man.
touch there.
So good. Awesome. Thank you for bringing us back here because those are some really yeah, like just lots of little details, lots of good components kind of scattered throughout that you're not like overusing. This is like a very unique component. Um, yeah, just
Yeah,
great
and
site,
then
dude.
the video in the footer is it can get randomizes between two or three of them.
Oh, I
I
was wondering. This lady freaks
can't
me out.
remember.
I'll be honest.
Yeah,
Not my favorite person. Thank you for the
yeah.
follow. But yeah, this person, I want someone else. I don't know what she's doing, and it puts me on edge a little bit. All right,
There it
I'm
is.
down with this kid. Yes, all of it. Yes. So we're good. If we can just set it so that I always get him, yes, please.
Hmm.
So, was there anything else that we want to hit? We checked out capabilities. We looked at contact. We looked at our work and about us. I think we hit it all. But am I wrong?
I think we got most of it at least.
All right, cool.
Yeah, happy
So
to take any questions as well if anybody in
true.
the chat has anything.
Completely
Um,
dropped the ball. And Antho's here. Good to see you. Awesome to see you here, man. And Cassidy's here. Good to see you. Lots of good folks here. Lots of good stuff. Yeah. So, do we want to start the code pen while we kind of like encourage chat to throw in some questions about anything? Take a spin through the site. If you see any components where you're like, "How are you doing that? What's going on here?" We can ask Ryan at least before he goes. But right now, we're gonna dig into the Rolodex and the 404 page. We're doing the Rolodex first, right?
yep, yeah, we
Cool.
can
And that was here, I
do that.
believe. Is that at the end of case studies? No,
Yeah, it's
lady.
there.
No, it was not.
No, it's in the case studies or at the
That's what it
bottom of the
was.
about page. So in either of those
Cool.
places.
She is haunting me. She knows I don't like it. Cool. So we're gonna be recreating this, and we're just start with a blank pen, or do we have a starter
Yeah,
that we're gonna run
let's
with?
start. We'll start with the blank pen.
All
I
right,
think
pen
that'll
dot new.
be the sort of easiest approach here.
Cool.
So yeah, we'll get our basic HTML structure, and then we'll kind of dive in from there. So we can start with just a wrapping div, so a div class with Rolodex.
Cool. Sorry, I was trying to read chat, but realized that I can't read. I believe it's Spanish, but yeah, not sure what that is saying, but I think it's okay. Usually
Let's
streams have
see,
like a
something about Three.js.
yeah, so that's why
I
I
got that, got
think it's
that much.
okay. But
Yeah.
usually
So I
streams have
don't
like
think
a
we.
only the language that the host and the moderators know, so that they can moderate, right? But I think this one's okay, but we're just not gonna be able to answer it. Sorry.
Yeah. So
Cool. The new pages. Yeah. Is there any Three.js here?
I don't think we are actually using three in this.
Got some
We
canvas and some
are.
Winsock, but not actual
Yeah,
three, right?
yeah, yeah. We're using. Well, no, it's React 3 Fiber. I think we're doing for some of them.
Okay.
So a
I think
little.
that
Yeah,
counts.
yep, that does count.
We're
So
gonna count that. Cool.
yeah.
All right. Nice.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So yeah, that one. When you go to those portfolio pages, Yeah, Steve did. If you just click on any of those or go to the top and hit refresh on this one.
Oh, is it the
So that
feather?
that intro, yeah, that intro feather coming in. So
Oh, right.
uh,
You did
yeah,
explain that. That's so
yeah,
cool.
he Steve, what he did there was he mapped the feather shape to a ball and sort of rotated the ball as it came in to give this sort of really cool 3D kind of swirling effect.
It's such a good solution,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
really
Like
smart.
you don't. I would never guess that, but now that you say that, it's like, yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Like don't use an actual like feather mesh or like a geometry. Just map a texture to a ball. It's perfect. Yeah, such a good effect. Good eye, Seheho. Sorry, I'm gonna butcher it, but yeah. And thank you, Rochelle, for the translation. I appreciate it. Cool. So sorry about that. I derailed you already, but yeah, keep the questions coming in, chat, and I'll try to um, navigate them a little bit better. So you were saying something about a class and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll just have a wrapping div we can just use Rolodex as the class.
Cool. And for the kids in chat, this was like a way to keep all your phone numbers all in one
Oh
thing and
yeah,
then
yeah,
spin
for
around.
the
I realized as we're like doing this, it's like one of those. It's just an antiquated thing. It's a floppy disk essentially, um,
yeah,
in terms of people knowing what it is anymore.
yeah.
Rolodex, cool. We've got that div. And what's next?
Yeah, well, we can create just an unordered list here,
Cool.
and
Want to
then
do
inside,
LIs times 6 or something, or times.
let's go with something closer to 12. Any sort of any number here would work.
Cool.
It'll math itself out
Nice.
uh, to essentially work with no matter how many you have. And
Cool.
then, yeah, we can just fill each item of the list in
All
with
right.
whether we want, whether it's
It's
item
it's
one, two,
gonna have
three,
to be
four,
chat people.
five.
So
Oh,
see
perfect.
Rochelle. Let's see. I got Emma Lorenzo, Lo-Fi Codes. I'm just going off people I'm seeing. Ed of Allen. Let's see. Going to get a couple more in here. KHOJOFD. B1. Peruvian. This is always the most fun part. Oh, that's not how you spell her name. Cassidou, Antho. And two more. Here we go. It's scrolling up. See who's there. It's me, Cassie.
Yeah, Cassie codes as well.
And last but not least, Ben. Sorry if we missed you. We're just going off newest folks. Pick me. James, sorry, buddy. Sorry.
We throw them in there, yeah. Just add them in.
Started and then scrolled up. Apologize. Cassidou, thank you.
Yeah, two
Cassido.
O's
This
in.
is actually someone else. This is Cassido. Not nearly as silly and fun. Cassido's stream, not as good. No offense, Cassido. I know you're here. But yeah, Cassido is still worthy of love and worthy of inclusion. All right, cool. So where are we going from here?
All right, we'll dive right into we'll do a little bit of CSS styling just to get things looking nice and pretty. Just do the classic asterisk selector, asterisk before, asterisk after. We'll get it all border boxed out here.
Cool.
And then, yeah, so box sizing, border box. And then I do have
margin padding or
one.
anything?
No, not necessary. Though let me see. I think I am using a CSS base of normalize, so you might add that in. I don't know if that'll have any effect or not.
CSS base, like in here?
Yeah, yep, normalize. You got it checked. So
Okay, cool. I didn't even
we're good.
realize I did. So
Yeah, so that
I planned
just,
ahead for this.
yeah, perfect.
Perfect.
Great job.
Cool.
Yeah, and then inside that, I do have. We'll go back to that.
Oh, sorry.
After. So then No, you're good. You're good.
Oh,
Back
all
to
in
the
my
CSS.
cool.
I was sort of talking through. So we'll want this thing to be centered. So we'll just style the body. So just yeah, body. We'll do a display grid, place content center. Joys of
Took a
modern.
week off and I can't type.
Yeah, design. Width of 100 VW or 100%.
Hitting all the things.
Yeah.
And then height or
Yeah, height of 100 VH.
cool. Nice.
Yeah, then we'll get in. We'll style out our Rolodex. So Rolodex class there.
Cool.
You can set a width to however we want it. We can. I just 400 pixels is we'll just use that. I think that should count for everybody's username essentially.
Cool.
You could go full width with it if you wanted, but I think this will be fine. Position relative.
Cool. We're gonna have some absolute positioning inside.
Let's see. Yeah. So then we will also display grid and place content center on this one.
All right, cool. Nice.
And then inside of that, we'll target our. Are you using Sass?
Not yet, but I can.
Okay. I mean, we can work without it, or we can work with it. It's
I do like. Which do you go for, SCSS or Sass?
SCSS is my go-to. So
same. Not gonna notice a big difference, but
yeah, and I mean, we could certainly target this differently, but just no ampersand because we're going to go just the unordered list here, and then do the list style type of none. Yeah, just essentially clean that up. Margin 0, padding 0, position absolute.
Cool.
And then we'll do top of 0, left 0, width and height of 100%.
Left 0?
Yep.
And then width, height 100%?
Yep.
Nope, that's how you do it. All right.
Then with our list item inside of that, we could nest it in that, or you could just nest it in the other one. Doesn't matter. We'll do we'll do text align center to get them all centered up nice. We'll do white space no wrap, just in case there were any. So if there were spaces in there and the word exceeded the length of the container, it would break, causing the height to get different, and that would ruin our math.
Got it. Okay. So like if someone had long name and spaces, it could.
Yep. It would break down. So in the portfolio item, obviously there's multiple words for like about audible or
right here. So you wouldn't want
quest nutrition or race for water.
It would look like it's two different things. Cool.
Yeah, it would break to a new line. So that just helps keep keep everything.
And just
in
a
one
reminder
line.
for what we're making. We're looking for this nice scrolly effect with what's that called? Not like momentum, but
velocity, inertia.
Inertia.
It uses the inertia plugin from
exactly.
GreenSock, so that we'll use the GreenSock terminology there.
Cool.
And then we will do, let's see, position absolute on those, because we're gonna need to position each one of the list items sort of separately, and then a width of 100%. This is all we sort of really need for that particularly.
Looking good.
Yeah, let's see. And then
sorry. Goofer G, thank you for the tip. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm seeing that now. I can still go a little louder, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna turn Ryan down a little bit. I appreciate the tip. And Adrian says the final touch is an H1 at the top that says people that owe me money.
That's a beautiful final touch, honestly. So now that we have those sort of base styles set, they're all kind of stacked on top of each other. Let's so to do the math here,
Okay.
we will let's see, we'll want to add a height to our list items
Okay.
so that we can get the circumference. So the line height or height, I generally prefer line height for this.
Cool.
We'll do 30 pixels, let's say, or 32 pixels, whichever you prefer. Just yeah.
2/16 is a little
Yeah,
nicer.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that works for me.
And then let's see on this and the previous, because we are going to make this 3D, we'll need to add the transform style, preserve 3D.
Cool. Now this is kind of like what I think of as like the one line that unlocks a whole bunch of stuff. Like if you don't have this one line,
Yeah,
everything
everything.
stays flat and you can't really get like that cool like cube CSS effects or like half the stuff that you see on CodePen where people are making like 3D things out of CSS. This one line is kind of what unlocks that, right?
Yep. So I would add this then to the unordered list as well.
Cool. Let me just
And
check
then
off
on
okay.
our
The unordered list.
Rolodex,
Got it.
yeah,
All
on the
right.
Rolodex class, we'll add a perspective of 1800 pixels, just to work pretty
I'll
well
be
for that.
honest. I still always like guess and check with perspective. It's just a thing where I don't have a good mental model for like when to use 10 pixels or in perspective or when to use like I don't have that. I'm not expecting you to
Yeah,
teach me that,
so
but it's just one of those weird
so
things that
I personally like using about how many pixels away from the screen your face would be. So like you actually get that perspective of like
is
how
that how
far
that
away.
works?
I believe so. That's at least how I've kind of
Interesting.
thought about it. So yes, that's why I choose 1800 pixels because I feel like I'm a
All right.
large monitor away
Yeah.
from my screen here. But yeah, I find that 4 feet. Yeah.
I'll change it back. That's interesting though. Okay, so we can maybe play with the perspective at the end and see the
Yeah,
differences there,
we could see how
and
that
and
changes things for
I'll move
sure.
my head closer and further away from the screen so that chat really gets the immersion here.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Yeah, fully immersive. Yeah, switch screen
Cool.
here. And then on that, we can do an overflow hidden.
On
Yeah, the
this.
Rolodex. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
I
Nice.
think
And
that might just have been for the horizontal overflows, but I think it's we'll just have it on
got
there
it. So wait, where is
just to
it?
ensure.
Oh, it doesn't have a height.
Yep. So we are going to be adding the height to that
Got it.
in our JavaScript because we want the height of that particular item to be essentially at the height of our Rolodex. So
Okay. Cool. Just wanted to see where that
in that
was.
way, we could get it to behave nicely where it would center up in the screen.
Nice. All right. Sweet.
Let's take a peek here. All right, so yeah, we'll start into the JavaScript now. That should be all the styles we need, so you can completely collapse our HTML and our JavaScript and our CSS, and we'll
Cool.
go into JavaScript. So we'll need to
Just real
add.
quick, Emma in chat says you mentioned you use React 3 Fiber on Elegant Seagulls, right? I think it was just for that one effect. Yeah.
Yep, that effect and potentially the bottom one isn't. I
The bottom one.
see. The one at the bottom of the capabilities page, to have it
Got it.
all.
So they're asking, I love the effect on the menu with the card showing the pages, but I'm wondering how did you render all the pages? Yeah, we talked about that a little bit earlier, where
Yeah,
that's
so
one of the most
those pages,
complex ones.
those are actually those are live code. So as you can see, the video in the homepage is playing. It is because we're using Next.js or React, we're able to use our hero components for each page in these. So I'm pulling in the first component on each page essentially.
Got it.
So the hero on each of the pages into this list item. So if you drop that open, probably on the homepage one, you can see. And we had to target whether it's in the nav or not for some specific things. Like we didn't want the play button showing
Got
or
it.
the mouse follow showing on this, as well as
And
that sort of
and then it
the next section.
stays. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
so as
it's
it
just hidden.
swings,
Sorry, I
so
fell
if
for it.
yeah,
Like, so it's a different one.
if you scroll down, you can kind of see how the effect does the
Got it.
actual
I
fade through on
I
that.
was tricked into thinking that the hero stayed. And yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so it's
I
essentially doing a flip animation to where we're pulling the actual page into position to exactly where the navigation page swings
got it.
out to, or it essentially zooms out to.
Cool. I just realized I'm cutting up like essentially like a tutorial time
It's okay.
and dipping in and out. So, chat, if you have questions, and I hope this page works. Yeah. So if you have any questions, I just dropped some instructions in chat so that we can catch them at the end. So pop them there. We will get to them. I just want to make sure like it can be confusing and frustrating for people if they're like coding along and all of a sudden we dip out to go do something else. So I'm going to try better to stay with this and kind of complete this. But I do want chat questions because that was a great question. So cool. So once again, I'm going to drop that in
So
there. Cool.
I just
No.
wanted to double check
Yeah.
on this just to go back. I don't know that we are using 3 on this one. And
Oh,
I know we
wait.
use it on some sites, but
On what
the
one?
the React 3JS.
Oh, for
So
the ball rotation
yeah,
thing.
so yeah, that might have been a full sort of custom job from Steve.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'd have to double check with him, honestly.
Cool.
He's the the resident WebGL guru here. So
Nice. It's always nice to
um,
have someone like that.
yeah,
That's cool. Yes, the site is next. Goo for G. Cool.
all
So
right. So back
yeah.
to the JS. Yeah, we're done with all of our CSS, I think. So we can collapse that up, and then yeah, we'll add in a few libraries here. So what
Cool.
we'll need is obviously GreenSock,
Do you like putting it in the packages or the external scripts
uh,
bit?
external scripts.
Cool.
So we'll grab GreenSock. We will grab then Draggable.
Cool.
And we'll grab the inertia plugin as well, so we can get that nice nice throw property to it.
Nice. Anything else?
No, that does it, I believe. Yep.
All right.
Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to let's see. Well, we'll register our plugins quickly here. So yeah, register plugin, draggable, and inertia plugin. Capital D in draggable,
Thank you.
and comma inside of there.
You can do them.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can do multiple inside of that.
Inertia plugin.
Awesome.
Like
Yep.
that? Cool.
Yep. Perfect. Okay, and then so what we're gonna do essentially is we're gonna grab all of our slides, and then put those into an array so we can do const. So yeah, slides. We can call them slides because it's kind of a slider essentially, but
Makes
it's a
sense.
spinny one. We'll do to get that into an array. Really nice GreenSock helper for that is gsap.utils. So it's a nice utility helper. To array camel cased.
Cool.
And then inside of that, we'll do .rolodex space li.
That is
So then
nice.
yeah, it's super nice for querying or getting a bunch of selectors into an array.
Yeah, I do not use that pretty much ever. Inertia plugin is not defined. Is it? Am I doing that right? Or is
Or
it a lowercase?
TIA, you spelled it wrong.
Thank you.
ER. And
Perfect.
you give a T in there as well, so it's
inertia. Got it. There we go. Thanks.
There we go.
Inertia. There we go.
Perfect. Then yeah, so then we'll want to know how many slides we have. So we'll do a const of slide count. is equal to slides.length.
Cool.
And yeah, if you wanted to console log out, just make sure we're getting slides. That would just
Slides or slide count or
slides is, yeah, I mean, doesn't
Cool.
matter, but yeah. Yeah, so great. So that is coming through. Perfect.
Nice.
All right. And then now we will so essentially what we need to do is we need to get the circumference of the entire Rolodex, which
Got
will
it.
be all of the so I mean the more items you have, the more accurate the circumference is going to be, but it's essentially just the height of all of them combined. So we'll do
Oh, really?
yeah. So because
Oh,
they're
yeah, duh.
all
Sorry, I was thinking the radius or the diameter. Yeah, or
yeah.
circumference. Got it. I'm with
Yep.
you. I'm back. All right, here we go.
Perfect. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to grab the first one because they're all the same height.
Am I spelling this
So
one right? I already botched inertia.
uh, so
Circumference.
we won't actually need
I know, but
that
it's
there,
a vanity
but
thing. Oh, okay. We don't
so
need
we'll
that.
just do, yeah, like we'll just do slide height or,
Okay. That.
and then that'll be equal to slides index of 0, so brackets 0, and then just the offset height.
Is that camel?
Yep.
Okay.
It is camel, yep. And then we will do, let's see, then we'll go with the circumference here. So, yep, const circumference
Cool.
equals slide count times our slide height.
All right, makes sense. Chat, are you following? I know we're talking about it in this just kind of abstract way, but basically we're stacking all the or we're putting like end to end all the list items so that they shoot, the right click made it go. Let's bring it back just to make sure chat's not wondering why we're doing that. Chat, if you're completely like, if this is super obvious, I mean, it's not gonna be super obvious for everyone. So if one person says, I get it, not everyone will still. So it's like that for, yeah. So we're putting them side by side or like edge to edge, right?
Yep.
And so that's why we're getting the
And we're
circumference of
making a
them.
complete circle out of them. So
Cool.
they're essentially going edge to edge. There's,
And then around.
obviously it's not a complete perfect circle, but
Yeah.
it's close enough for
It's like a,
for our
it's
intents and
not an
purposes.
octagon. It's not a decagon. What's 12? Quintagon? I don't know. It's
No,
two
that would
more
be
than a decagon. So that's what we're making. All right, we got our circumference.
okay. Let's see where we are. And then we'll get our radius now, because that's how we're going to determine how far to transform each of the items out from their sort of center point.
Cool.
So our radius will be our so radius is, or so since we know the circumference, and circumference is equal to 2 times pi times the radius, we can get the radius then by having our circumference and dividing that by 2 times pi, and then math.pi.
Cool.
Yep. And then I like to have math.pi times 2 in parentheses, just to make sure that keeps separated out. You might need a space after the 2. I'm not 100% sure, but it's especially for readability there. So, and now we'll set our height on our div that we created there. So we can just do gsap.set Rolodex as our target, and then height. And then we'll do, since we know we'll want this to be the total height, so we'll do 2 times our, let's see, I've got our math dot round radius. And then we'll add pixel value to the end of that. So if you
put it in
want
like
to,
a, or just
yeah,
plus px, or how are you
yeah,
doing it?
I think that should, yeah, that's essentially the same thing. I generally do the back ticks and then the
Right.
dollar and
Yeah, we can do that.
yeah,
It's a little bit cleaner, I think.
more modern, I guess, if you
Yeah.
will.
Is that right? Looks right.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So,
Yeah, so that should set the height of our
Rolodex.
container div. Now you can see it in there, so it's no longer hidden. So yeah, if you put the border there again, so
Cool.
there you have that. So now we're going to run through each of our slide items. So we'll do slides. We'll do a for each loop here. And then we'll pass in a slide and then an index.
Cool.
And then what we want to do here, we want to then transform each of our items into its position on the circle. So we will do a gsap.set and then slide. Yep. And then we'll do to make this work, we have to essentially get each slide halfway up because we want to transform to the center of that. So we'll do y% of -50. And then we'll break this into a couple lines because it'll be a few lines long here.
Just
So,
save it. No, it's not gonna do it for me.
no,
Sometimes
not
it
yet.
formats it for you. Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
It will next time I save, but
Yeah.
cool. Y%.
And
Got
then
it.
so we'll do a from here we can do a z value of our radius then.
Of the radius.
Yep.
Cool.
So that will transform that out toward the screen.
Okay, so it just moved towards us, but because there's nothing like to determine that, like we can't tell.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So, and then we'll do a y value of the radius as well, just to bring that down into the center of our circle instead of at the very top of it. Okay, perfect.
Oh, put a semicolon in there. That was my fault.
Yeah, no worries.
Perfect.
So now those are all centered up nicely. You can kind of see that there. They're all overlapping. And then this is where we'll do our rotate X. So now we're going to rotate that around, essentially around the center point of what we're animating there. So then we'll do back tick.
I was typing out the word
And
back
then,
tick. Okay.
yeah.
And
then we'll, dollar open bracket. So here, what we're doing is we're going to multiply our index times 300 I guess, because we're passing in we're just passing in I for our index. So
thank you. I
yep,
times
no problem. And then we're going to do 360 degrees divided by we won't need the degree yet.
At the end. Cool.
360 divided by our slides.length. So essentially what
Slide
that is
count?
doing, yes, slide count. So essentially, yeah. And then degrees, DEG at the end there, just to get the value in.
All right.
And then we're going to do a, let's see. So essentially what that's doing is, it is, see what we got. Sorry, I'm just peeking here. Okay, so what that does is that rotates that to its specific point based on its index around the entire circle. So 360 degrees is obviously the entire rotation degree around a circle, and that'll place our item there. But we'll need to do, for that to show up nice, we'll need to do a transform origin as well on this.
Okay.
So you'll need a comma after your degree as well.
Thank you. Good eye.
Yep. And then transform origin of 50%. We'll do backticks on this as well, because we're going to have to grab our radius value. 50%, 50%, and then negative dollar open bracket radius. And then at the end of radius, we'll do pixels.
All right, it's already working.
Yeah, so you can kind of see that
Cool.
all of the names are on there now, and then you can see the fronts and the backs of them now. So in the CSS,
Yeah,
you
if we
can
make
just
it a
do
bit bigger. You can okay. So right,
yeah,
right.
so
There's
that,
the CSS property for showing the back or not, right?
yep. So in the list item, we can do backface visibility of hidden,
There we go.
and then we can also
Nice.
if we wanted to add a background to those, we could, but not necessary at this time.
Cool.
So.
Looking good. We're getting there, chat.
So yeah, so that essentially put all the names in the circle, and then let's see what is now. We'll need to do the draggable bit.
Cool.
But first, what we'll want to do is we'll want to. So what we're doing is we're tying an animation to the drag function.
Okay.
So we want to now animate our slides in a 360-degree rotation on the X value. So yeah, we can just create a constant for our animation. Yeah,
just like that.
perfect.
Cool.
Yep, perfect. And then we can do gsap.to our slides. And then yeah, open the bracket up. Rotate X. And then I do minus equal 360 degrees. So because we rotated each slide already on a rotate X, that minus equal will be relative to what it currently is at.
So if it's currently at 30, it'll take it to negative 330, right? It's a bad example, but
yep.
Yeah.
No, that's
it'll
exactly
subtract
it,
from there. It's not going to take them all to the same value. It'll take them
right.
all
So
to,
if we used an absolute value there, it would take them all to the same value.
right. So if we just did rotate X 360, they'll all
Yep.
come together same spot. Nice.
Yep. So if we just do that minus equal, you can see the whole thing spin already, which is great. And then we'll make sure we have an ease none on there. So that way it works nice and linearly.
Cool.
And then paused true, because we'll be animating the tween progress. That's what we'll be doing.
Cool.
So now we'll set up our draggable event. So const drag equals draggable.create. And then in this, we're good here. So what we'll need to do is we'll need to create a proxy to drag here.
Okay.
So right above that, let's create a constant for proxy.
Okay.
And then that'll be document.createElement, and then we'll create a div for our proxy element.
Interesting.
And then, so in our draggable.create, we will use proxy as our target then.
Got it. This answers a few questions I had the other day when I was making a draggable thing. I haven't used a proxy with this. This is cool.
Yeah, so that helps with things like sliders for draggable. So essentially what it does is it creates like a single div, and then you can use that to sort of control the entire entirety of the slider. So after the proxy, we'll throw a comma and open up an object.
Cool.
And then we'll do type for our draggable. So what this does is it chooses a just single direction for us. So we'll do type Y, and yep,
Oh,
it's a
Y?
string. Yep, yep.
Okay, cool.
And that means, so we'll only be dragging in the Y direction. So
Yeah,
if
I was
you can have
expecting
X, Y, or
the rotation one, but that's not. It's
yep.
not.
But the rotation one, yeah, it's more for just
Yeah,
knobs. So yeah,
yeah.
this is a little different. And then we'll do the trigger. So this is what essentially it looks for, and that's Rolodex, and then we'll target the UL. So Rolodex space UL.
All right.
So that's the unordered list inside of our Rolodex there. Since we have the inertia plugin on, we'll do inertia true.
Cool.
And then we will do a snap on this.
Is that just true or?
No, we will open up a new object here. So this is so that it stops at each individual item here in the center. So we'll do Y, and then an arrow function with Y is what we're passing in. And then we'll return. Or yeah, we could do it that way. Or I think we could just
Implicit
yeah,
return?
and then we'll return math.round Y divided by our single item height. So what did we, slide height?
Yeah, cool.
And then we multiply that by our circumference.
To put this in parentheses or?
Let me think about that for a second. The slide height, the item Y divided by slide height is in parentheses, and then
This
the
part.
circumference. No, the math dot round. So
Yeah.
so we've got Y divided by slide height is what we're rounding. And then we're just,
Oh, cool,
yeah,
cool. So this.
yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Got it. All right, nice. Cool.
Okay, so and now what we'll need to do is we'll need to create a little function for updating the progress of this. So right below our drag, we can do outside of
we're done with drag
yeah,
there. Cool. All right.
yeah.
Here.
For now, we'll go back in, but we need to create a function called update progress here. Yep, and then animation progress.
Is that
Animation, yeah, so that's our constant there, dot progress. Let me see what. Let me think about this real quick here.
no worries.
Okay, so we're going to need to create. So essentially, what we need to do is we need to see where our value is on that. So we're going to create a wrapped value because we don't want it to go past our total amount here. So
Got it. Util?
Yep.
Cool.
So we can do green sock. So let's see. Let me just double check. Oh, the progress will be parentheses around that. That's right.
Like a function? So
Yep. So it's yeah. So just essentially what we need to do is progress is a 0 to 1 value. So then we need to do gsop utils.wrap. And then yeah, so that'll be 0, and then our slide count, and then our slide height times our slide height. So slide count times slide height. And then we will then divide that by our circumference.
Okay, so wrap these two parentheses or?
Let's see. Yeah, maybe we could do that. Yep.
Okay, cool. And wrap basically lets you come back to the start and start over. So like it's kind of like how if you put in a hue saturation lightness value, like a hue of like 550, you don't get like a new color. It comes back around to like 2 something, right? So like it's going to wrap back around. So for this, wrap is going to make it so that once you get to the max, it'll bring you back to 0 and start from there, right?
Oh, so the wrap will actually just wrap the slide count times slide height, and then dividing that by the circumference will be after that. So what we're doing is we're getting where it is in relation, where the wrap is in relation to the circumference. So throw one more parenthesis at the end of the slide height and then take that one off. So move that parenthesis, the end parenthesis, closer to one more parenthesis there. So that's where our wrap is ending.
Okay.
And then you can get rid of the one at the end of circumference.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, so yeah, that's how we're getting our progress is we're dividing the location essentially.
So is wrap defaulting to being between 0 and 1 here, or?
Let me see. Hold on. Let me. Wrap value is.
And hey, Wafi. Hey, Ryan. Good to see you, folks. How's it going?
Okay. Let me. Oh, so it's okay. I see what I'm thinking of here. Because we'll need to pass this dot y into our wrap value. So, what we can do, let's pull. Let's make a constant for wrap value, or
Okay.
and then that'll be our gsap.utils.wrap.
All right. So for wrap, it works by taking like a minimum and a maximum, and then like as our example here, 12 is past the maximum by 2, so it wraps back to 7.
Yep. Yeah, so then we'll pass in our current Y position into here.
Cool.
So inside the animation progress, we'll pull out our just the gsap.utils.wrap in there.
Okay.
And then we'll do wrap val, and inside of there, we'll do wrap value parentheses this.y. So that passes in
So
the current Y position of
value?
yeah. So
okay.
Yeah, so we'll be passing
Cool.
we'll be passing our Y value in from the draggable. So
all right.
No, let's see. The wrap val should automatically do that for us. So inside of
am I doing something wrong? I'm like making a new
gsap
value.
utils wrap, and then we've got 0 slide count times slide height. Get rid of the extra comma at the end there, so it should be just. Yeah, we can.
Okay.
That looks right. Perfect. And then progress.
Is this a magic function?
It is. Yeah, we can pass our items up in that. So.
Okay, so that comes along with the animation.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yep,
okay.
and then
interesting.
Yep. So then back into our draggable, we can do our on drag.
All right. Draggable. So here on drag.
Yep. And we'll do update progress. And then just a comma. And then we'll do on throw update so that it also updates when we do the inertia
flick.
Yep.
Keep getting an error.
What is that telling us?
Wrap value is not defined. Yeah, that's where I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, we need to add const wrap value is that gsap utils.wrap.
Okay, got it. But it's not taking like.
Right, but that'll the way the utility works is you can pass it.
Oh, so if it doesn't have a third value, it becomes a function?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, cool. we'll get a function instead. I did not know that. Okay. If we don't provide an index value, we'll get a function instead that's ready to do wrapping. Got it. So we're just kind of initializing the min and the max, and then wrap value becomes, yeah, just a function, and then you can pass anything to it, and it'll do that wrapping. That's where I was really confused. I'm like, we have two values
that's
here.
a tough one for me to try and explain that
All
out
good,
of my head.
all good. No, we've got it now. Sweet. So wrap value.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and then I got myself lost when I tried
All
to
good,
remember
all good.
this dot y as we could add the this dot y as the third value and that bottom function inside the progress there too. But I think this way it's a little more.
Yeah,
sort of
no
readable.
worries. Awesome. All
Yeah,
right.
so
Yeah, there you go, chat.
that
Oh, it is very spinny. It is very spinny. I love it. All right. Giuseppe tools are very powerful, Brent. I completely agree.
they're so good.
Yeah, they're super, super handy. I've used wrap quite a few times. It's so much nicer than rolling your own. And I never knew about this little like initialize it, use it over and over again. That's wonderful. And this is pretty great. Now we can mess with the inertia like if we wanted to. Like an inertia true could be inertia, and then you like add
You can add
mass.
a number value, I believe is how they do it, like a friction. I think you can add.
Yeah.
I'd have to check the forms for that. I find the default to be pretty nice generally.
Cool.
But you can add a friction to it, and that'll.
Should we do that?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's open up the. I don't think it'll be inside of that. I think we'll have to. I'd have to check
Let's go.
the documentation for the inertia plugin.
Inertia, true, resistance.
The resistance is what we'll do.
Cool. Inertia. I always forget where I grabbed my values from. Are there examples here? Inertia true. Yeah, it's more true. All right, so you gotta look at
type in resistance somewhere, and that might help us. Or if we
and the duration. Oh, that's momentum-based animation. Drag resistance.
That won't be what we're looking for. Because we'll want the
throw resistance.
Throw resistance. That's what we'll want.
Wouldn't we maybe want both? I feel like throw is going to be like on the flick, and drag's going to be as I'm moving it, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, as you that's what as you move it, we want it to go 1-to-1 with the mouse. So instead of like hard to sort of move.
But it looks like so it looks like throw resistance is within inertia, right?
Okay. Yep. But I think it can be added. I thought it was added to that. So we'll do inertia true throw resistance.
A number 1,000 by default is larger than the number, the more resistance. Okay, so let's go 5,000.
Yeah, and then we could do inertia just back to true.
Cool. So it still drags the same, but if I throw it, let's go to 50,000. See what that does.
That might be inside of that. I'd have to double.
Yeah, it still feels like it's going the same. So let's just try. I think if you pass it an object, it takes it as true. Yeah, and then it just drops dead.
There we go. Yep. So try that. And see.
Let's go to 2,000. Oh no. Okay, and inertia's just gone. All right, interesting. I thought it would take it as true if you pass it an object. Boolean or object. Can set inertia true. Inertia also works. Shoot. How are we breaking it?
Yeah, it's hard for me to double check this through the screen. So.
Right. Absolutely. You can simply use it on drag end, right? I don't know. Not that big of a deal. We can just keep with inertia.
Are you just able to pass it a value just as 2,000 instead, or 20,000?
Pass inertia the value?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Not sure that that'll do it, but
no, it seems to just not work anymore.
We need true there. I can.
Yeah, well, we can figure it out later.
I know I've done it before, but I'd have to just
Yeah,
it's
I've got
one of those things that I have to check the
source code. Of
oh, you might
course.
have to specify X or Y as the first property.
Let me this. All right, inertia. I think I did something here. Inertia true. No, I didn't do anything. On drag. No, I didn't have any like fancy inertia here. Interesting.
Hmm.
All right.
See if I can.
No
Yeah,
worries.
that's essentially that one.
How are we I'm guessing you're fading things out as we go up, or is
Yeah,
this a
so
mask over top?
that is
Like a gradient over top.
just a gradient. So I
Okay.
used a before and after element. I mean, we could certainly add those. It's all just CSS.
All right. Yeah, let's do it. If
Perfect.
you don't mind.
Yep. So right in the Rolodex item there.
Cool.
Um, yeah, and before, and then we'll also just style the after as well because we'll do top and bottom.
Cool.
Um, and then we'll change the positioning of each. So yeah, we'll throw in the our content. Yep, and then position absolute.
Lucy, thank you for the 10-month sub. I appreciate it. Um, position. Cool.
Absolute, and then right 0, left 0.
Are we gonna do them all?
Not just the two, right and
All
left,
right.
just to make it go
Got
the
it.
full width essentially. Height of 22%. Z index of 1. And pointer events none because this is overlaying over the top and we want to still be able to access the
Smart.
drag. And
And then
then
background.
yep, background we'll do that in well, that's where we'll separate these out. So because we're going to do a background image in
Cool.
for the before and then one for the after as well. So
All right. And
because this is the before, we'll do that one as the top one. We'll do top 0 here. And then we'll do our
got it.
background image, linear gradient. Then we can do essentially, we'll go from full white to full transparent white. So I've got,
How do you?
yeah, that one.
I never remember the format for gradients. I always copy paste these. So walk me through
Yep.
this.
And then uh, we can just do this. We'll do this as RGBA values.
Okay.
So GBA, and then we'll do 255, 255, 255, and then 1.
Cool.
And then after that close print right inside there, we'll have this go to 20% of the height of itself, I guess. So yeah, throw
Okay.
20% there.
So is there a comma or just 20%
No
and then a
comma,
comma?
just comma, and then the comma, and then a new RGBA value here of 255, 255. Yep, you got it.
Cool.
So that'll do it for the top. And then we'll do the after.
All right. And same sort of thing. I'll copy it over, just swap out bottom.
Yep, that'll be bottom, and then we'll have to flip the gradient as well. So we'll take the 20 out of that one.
Okay.
We'll have that first value point go to 0. No, sorry, to 0 opacity.
Got it. You're right.
And then we'll have this go to 1. And then we'll do that to the 80% mark.
Do we have to say, is it working? I can't.
Do we have, let's see.
I don't think so. The top one is okay, so the top one's working, but I think they're flipped. See how the top one's there?
Okay, let's see one.
Let's inspect.
Gradient. Dude.
Here, I'll bring the CSS back.
Because
Chat
you do have
might
two
see it.
before elements. You need an after element.
Oh, inertia. Oh, thank you.
Yep. No worries.
Copied the whole thing. Didn't change that part. All right, cool.
Yep.
So now it works. Perfect.
Yeah,
Excellent.
so if we wanted to make this a little taller, a little bigger, we could do in your list item element, we could do just bigger font size,
Cool.
bigger line height. Like, if you went up to like a font size of 24 pixels, and line height of 48, you could get some cool, a little bit closer to what the Seagull site. I mean, the Seagull site version of this is making sure it fills a specific amount of the screen by making everything relative to the viewport width, and
Makes
it's a
sense.
little more complex than what we had time for. And then every time
Cool.
you adjust the screen size, it's readjusting all those values and reinitializing the whole slider animation. You might just need to
Nice. So for that, I just got a little bit of code from Wafi in chat. Good to see you, James.
oh, perfect.
And yeah, there we go. Got a little bit of inertia working. Nicely done. Thank you, James. Appreciate it.
Perfect. Yeah, that's great.
Looks real good. All right, cool. So we got that set up, and yeah, we can remove that beautiful border and just leave it there. And you got a nice fancy Rolodex effect. That's really slick, and you can style that in all kinds of ways and make it look almost as good as the one on the Elegant Seagull site. That's really satisfying, though. Like I think you nailed like the perfect amount of inertia there. That's wonderful. Yeah, and then you got like the hover effect. The typography is nice, and by hover
Yeah,
effect, I just
yes.
mean
I mean,
the color
that
change.
yeah, that's the simple CSS hovers. So
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for showing us that.
yeah,
That
absolutely.
came out great, and we got some wonderful folks in here too. So yeah, it's a win-win. Looks good. Good folks. Thank you so much, dude. We've got about a half hour left, and we still want to try to touch on the 404 as much as we can.
Yeah,
In
I
case,
think
yeah,
we can nail this out in about that time. So
awesome. Chat, just in case you weren't here earlier, this is the 404 page. As you move your mouse around, the feathers get painted onto a canvas, correct?
yep,
Awesome. So where do we
yep.
want
And
to
that
start with
canvas is
this?
just the canvas is just sitting behind the lettering there. So as we're drawing those out,
Cool.
um, we're essentially just scaling and masking out an image using the sort of same SVG that's being sized, scaled, and rotated.
Awesome. Cool.
And then, yeah,
So
so
open up a new pen.
yeah, let's do that one. So this one, see, I just gonna check.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Cool. So we will do just have a canvas element in your HTML there. And then in our yeah, I think you'll need to close and then yeah,
There we go.
canvas, you need that. Yep.
Yeah.
And then canvas in our CSS, we'll do position absolute and top 0, left 0. And then we'll be resizing that with our JavaScript.
All right. Nice. Cool.
Yep. So we'll do our canvas is document dot query selector canvas. And then we'll do our canvas dot width is inner width. Yep. You don't technically need the word window in front of it.
Always forget that. And then height.
Yeah, and then height is inner height. Yep.
Cool.
And then we'll create a context. So CTX is canvas.getContext 2D in parentheses.
That?
So get context, and then 2D is a string inside of.
Thank you.
Yep.
2D lowercase or uppercase?
Lowercase.
Cool. All right.
Let's see. So essentially what we're doing in that demo is we are, yeah, well, let's see if we can just paint our SVG to that. So I did send you an SVG earlier that
Grabbing it. Let's
excellent.
see what we got. Change language. That's not what I want to do. Copy. All right. Should I put it just here because we're getting the data string?
Yeah, let's put that in our HTML, and then we can copy
Cool.
the data string out of that, and then just so that everybody can kind of see what it looks like as well here.
Perfect.
So that is a quick illustration of a horse I made.
You made that? That's awesome.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah,
that's great. I just assumed that was a stock thing, dude. That's really nice. Chat, do we approve? Do we accept this offering as worthy? I have to say, do we accept this horse? It's gonna take forever for chat to catch up. Yeehaw! There we go. They're coming in. Creative Ocean,
perfect.
Good to see you, Tom Miller. How's it going, buddy? Hope you're doing well. And another fantastically talented green sock artist.
Tom is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we'll do const. Whatever you want the horse head constant to be. Horse path equals, and then we'll grab our path value there. So that'll be the value that starts with the M. That. So
yeah.
Cool. Yep. Great. So that's perfect. And then we will do a well below that, so that you don't need to collapse it, but you could collapse that. Just
I was thinking not necessary to.
Does it let us collapse that one? Maybe not.
That seemed like it. Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, no big deal. So we'll let P. So yeah, P equals new. We're getting into sort of some just basic canvas context stuff. So we'll do path capital P, to uppercase D.
Cool.
And then in parentheses we'll do our path there. So our horse path, right? Is that what we called it?
Yep.
Great. And then let's see. Then we'll do let's see if we can draw that horse head to the canvas. So we'll create a constant of, let's see, draw here. So this will be our function. We'll create that as an arrow function, and then we'll eventually to pass our x and y coordinates into that, so we can add those there. So that'll be where our mouse currently is.
Cool.
And then inside that arrow function, we'll create a new check here. Yeah, let f equals new path 2D here. So yeah, I'd F for feather probably there. So we could do
head or something.
Yep, perfect.
I guess head. Let's do horse because head is a different thing in web world.
Yeah.
Cool.
Parentheses. And then so what we'll do here is we'll get our random scale and rotation values. See, I'm trying to think if
do we just want to hard code that?
Yeah, we can just hard code. I don't think we need to add those just yet, so we can do. We'll just do CTX, so our context, dot fill. No, not inside of there, the outside of that. So that's just creating our path. Yeah, below that.
Okay, cool. So CTX dot fill.
Fill, and then in parentheses, our horse.
Cool.
Let's see. That might have put that off the canvas. Let's see.
Oh, good. So,
Oh, so we'll need, oh, sorry. We'll need to, here we go. This is what we need to do. So we'll need to do horse. Yeah, right there. Dot add path.
add path.
And then we'll do our P. So that's our horse path.
All right.
So the reason we're gonna to break this into two pieces, I know it seems a little redundant to have that, and then we're adding this path to the horse, is because eventually we'll need to add our scaling to it, essentially.
Okay.
Then we'll throw a comma after the P inside the parenthesis there, and then just do just type matrix for now.
In quotes or?
Nope, it'll be a constant we'll create in a second
Okay.
here. So, and then right under our horse, we'll create that const matrix. Sorry, let our declarations. There we go.
Cool.
Const matrix equals object, and then oh no, sorry, open an object.
Got it. Makes more
And,
sense.
yeah, and then we will have a colon. So this is essentially what this does is it sets a transform matrix based on some Canvas content syntax here.
Okay.
So we'll just do a of 1. So that's our a is going to be our scale value, and then b is going to be 0. We're not going to. I believe these are the skew values. C is 0. D will also be 1. And then E E will be our this will be kind of a weird one, but throw a parenthesis, and then we'll do our we'll do 1. Well, actually, we can just do, see. We'll need, do you have that SVG?
The whole SVG or just the path?
I need to get the view box width.
Yep, I got it
on
here.
that
Let me pop it back in. View box is 451 by 400.
Yeah, so this top one will be negative 451.
Okay. Okay, so negative 450.
451.
Okay.
Divided by 2.
Oh, that's not the same. Cool.
And then below that, we'll have our F be our negative height divided by 2. So
is it 400? I forget what I said. Yeah, 400. Cool. All right.
Let's see if this will allow us to. Yeah, perfect.
Cool.
Let's see if this will get us a paint on there.
Oh, so we should be seeing something? Do we need to specify a color, or does it default to black?
Oh, we need to actually, let's see, draw that. So we're not calling the function.
Cool.
Are we?
Now we're saying fill.
So actually we need to call our draw function. So just, yeah, below that, just do.
Okay. So like 0, 0 or?
Yeah, just, yeah, we're not passing in X or Y yet. So.
Oh, right.
There it is.
Perfect.
Yep.
Awesome.
Perfect. Yeah. So that was, yeah.
Nice.
That's why that wasn't working at first.
Yeah. Cool. There it is. So we got it painting to the canvas.
Yeah.
All right. Step 1.
So great. And then so step 2 then will be to get our X and Y position. So what we can do then, let's go into your JavaScript libraries. And what I'm doing with this is I'm using Lodash to throttle it. So we can add in Lodash.
All right.
And then I'm also using GreenSock for its utilities.
Heard of it?
Yep. Yeah, so just because it was already being imported
Yeah.
into the project, it was already there, so it was
Yeah.
easy just to use for those. You don't need GreenSock for this at all, but it just makes life a little
Yeah,
easy
its
when
utils
you're
really
doing
come in
this stuff.
handy.
Yep. So it especially this one is going to be using the random function
Cool.
essentially exclusively. So I mean you could write your own for that pretty easily, but for the sake of simplicity, we're just using it here.
Awesome.
Excuse me.
All right. What's next?
Excellent. So now we'll get the head moving and rotating and uh, yeah, cruising with the mouse.
Cool.
So now we'll do at the very bottom here, we'll add an event listener to the canvas.
So do we have
So
canvas yet?
Yep.
Yeah, we
So
did.
canvas dot add event listener mouse move. And then we'll throw a comma there, and then the underscore for our low dash. Then we'll do dot throttle. So essentially, what this will do is it will oh,
Let's see if we can slow
it'll
that.
throttle it down to a specific time. So if we want this firing every 1 second, every 0.1 seconds, or 100 milliseconds, so it's a millisecond based thing, kind of like a set time on essentially.
Cool. So we pass it a function and then potential for it to wait however many milliseconds.
Yep.
Awesome. And that's why
So then,
we're not getting one for every motion. It's happening every 200 milliseconds or whatever.
Yep.
Cool.
Exactly. So throttle, and then we'll do this is where our drawing function will go. We'll do that as we'll create a separate function. We'll call this one set draw, because
Cool.
we'll do some fun stuff inside of
Find
that.
the mouse location and stuff like that, right?
Yep. There won't be a parenthesis for that because that'll call automatically, and then comma 100.
Cool.
And then in between your two parentheses at the end there, we'll throw a false in there for our options.
Okay.
On 32. No, line 32,
no,
sorry.
you are
In between the parentheses. Yep. And that's
for the event listener. Got it.
yes. Yep.
Cool.
You can get rid of the comma after the 100 there.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so now we will create a set draw function here. And then inside of the set draw, we'll pass in our event. So yeah. And then we'll do draw. So this is where we'll actually draw things. E.clientX, comma E.clientY. So that's where we're passing our X and Y value into our draw.
Cool.
Yep. So you might even be able to see it in, if you can you mouse over the canvas? Is that not?
It's probably just stacking here. Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's
Yep.
stacking
Yep.
because
Because
we
we're
don't
not.
have it
Yeah.
changing.
Yeah. That's right.
If I remove this, let's see if that makes it happen. So it shouldn't draw now, but now it does.
There it is. Perfect. Yep.
Cool.
And then we'll also want to above our set draw function.
Okay.
We'll want to have a previous X and a previous Y value. So we'll just set those as lets. So yeah, prev X equals 0. And then prev Y, and we'll also do a prev rotation.
Also 0?
Yeah, everything there will be 0.
Cool.
Okay. So now that we have that sort of drawing our initial path there, let's see, we can go into
this matrix seems to kind of hold the keys. What's A for again?
A is just a scale value.
Okay. And then this one
So
was
that
skew?
sets the scale to that. I believe those are skews.
Okay.
I'd have to double check that. It's been a little while since I've looked up the matrix values.
Got it. The API isn't the most
No,
rememberable.
or yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely a lot.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so then yeah, here we go. Right below our matrix and just after our add path.
Okay.
So on line right above line 24, we'll do a CTX dot rotate, and that'll be negative pre-rotation. Currently, we're not changing that, so that's going to be 0 there. But then we'll also do CTX dot translate, and then that'll be our x value minus our previous x value.
Okay.
So minus prev x, comma y minus prev y.
Huh. Now, all right. I guess we'll see why we're
So
doing
essentially, yeah, well, you can also do like a context restore in there, but the way I had this initially set up was every time your mouse moved, it needed to, because what we're doing is we're re orienting the actual canvas's like coordinate system, not
right. I
just
always
where
forget
we're
that.
drawing it on
I
there. So
always forget that.
it's
So,
super kind of weird to think about, but that's why
so,
we need to do this, the current x minus the previous to get the next offset, and then yeah,
so is the analogy right where like instead of moving your pencil around the paper, you're keeping your pencil fixed, and you're moving the paper around? Is that
essentially, yeah, that's
got
yeah.
it? So that's why I don't work with Canvas much, and I always forget that. It's always like, what's going on? So yeah, like your pencil's locked in place, and so you have to move the
Yeah,
paper to
I'm
come and then go around, and then you go
totally the
back.
same way on that. So
Got it.
it's every time I get something to work in Canvas, it's a huge celebration for myself. So it's
Love it.
yeah. So
Cool.
is that just still painting up in the corner there?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
Yep.
we're not so
We
mouse
have our
move
X,
throttle,
and then that's our client X and client Y in the draw function there.
and then X. Yeah,
And then,
that we're never setting these again.
okay. Those need to be inside the set draw function. I'm sorry. I
Okay.
should clarify that. Oh, no, hold on.
Uh,
We need to,
here.
yeah, we'll set our prevex in there and our prev y as, so right below our draw function, because we don't want those to set before because that won't work. So sorry. Yeah, keep those there.
Okay.
And then right underneath our draw on 36. So we'll put a new line before 36 there.
Okay.
And we'll do our
Set.
prevex
Cool.
equals event.e.client x. So we're setting those to the same thing as we're drawing those
Right.
essentially. So that way on its next set
Cool.
draw function, we can
Now it should
access
work.
what those previous ones are. Yeah, there we go.
Nice. Need to change the offset, but still good. Like
Yep.
it's yeah.
Yep. So the offset gets changed up in our matrix.
Cool.
I,
We're getting there, folks.
yep.
Blacking out the sun. All right.
Yeah.
Do we do the rotation?
Let's see, and rotation will be inside of
It's gonna be a
our
random
actual,
rotation.
yeah.
Draw
Once
function. Cool.
we set that in the draw function. So
Okay.
um in our draw function above the matrix, we'll set a const for scale. And then we'll set that to GSAP, utility is random.
Cool.
And then we'll do 0.01 and then, or 0.1, I'm sorry. So from
10%
0.1
yeah.
and then 0.7. And then the third value is what it should increment by, and then 0.1 again. So
Okay.
it'll give us a scale from 0.1 to 0.7. So we are going to downscale it a little bit here.
Sounds
You could
good.
do from that to that. And then from rotation, so we'll set a random rotation as well. So so constant rotation equals gset random from 0 to, this is going to be a weird one, 6.2832. So that's radians. So
Okay.
instead of 360 degrees, Canvas uses radians as its rotation value.
Right. Okay.
So that's what essentially that equates to, is almost a complete circle in radians, I
Got it.
believe. So, and that is we don't need
value.
we don't need
Just
to
leave
increment
it?
that one
Cool.
because if you
It's gonna be a float.
it's
fine.
it's
All right. Cool.
it'll be all right.
So
So let's see.
you
So
deploy
now
this
in
now.
our yep, we'll add scale there.
Cool. Is that going to be? Yeah. Cool.
Yep,
Is it gonna ask if
directly
it's
to
between-
scale. And then
Nice.
for our D value, we'll also add scale there.
Oh, okay. Oh, so this is scale like X,
Um,
and that's
I
scale Y. I think so,
have to.
because yeah, see how it's just going thin, but it's staying the same height.
Oh yeah, there we go. Well, that's a nice, easy way to tell.
Sweet. All right, so scale.
Yeah, and then
Just this API drives me wild. Like
it's
scale X is A, scale Y that's D clearly. You have to
clearly,
separate that. Yeah, just
and then
I'm sure there's a good reason for it, but just coming in and having like ease of use when I'm used to like green sock and other like really nice things, like it makes complete sense why things like Canvas and WebGL have these like very popular abstractions where it's like, if you want to actually do this and not like memorize ABCDE, just use
this
this other
library.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark Boats, good to see you. So Mark's asking if this is math.pi times 2, which would make sense.
That's what that is. That would
Cool.
that would give us, I believe, the radian values. Is that?
I mean,
think
it
that's
looks,
how.
3.1415 looks around what?
Yep, that's yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Cool.
Yep.
Mark, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. All right, cool. So we've got our scale
And
set
then
up.
for our E and F values, we'll want to set our so the E and the F is how we're setting the
Offset.
the offset on that. So we'll have to do our scale multiply by negative 451 divided by 2. So yep, we'll add scale inside. So we'll multiply our scale by that and then divide that by 2. So
Okay, cool.
yeah. Yeah, that's
there.
how got that. I think you'll want a space before your negative value in the above one.
Cool.
And let's see. Cool. And then what do we've got? We've got our translates. We've got our okay. Now we've got our pre-rotation.
So now we just need to actually rotate. So when you set
So now we'll do no, we won't, because we will so we're setting that to our negative pre-rotation, and we are we'll set pre-rotation to equal rotation. That's right, yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then
so now it'll rotate as we go. I'm having trouble sometimes getting it cancel, save, to come out of the corner. Like it's very offset upwards.
yeah, it does do that. So we will need to do a ctx.restore here in a minute.
Cool.
Just because of the way that works. So let's see, what do we? I'm just looking over what we've done just to see what. So we've got our translate. Then we'll do a CTX here. This is kind of a weird one as well, but we'll do a CTX dot rotate right below our value there, and then we'll set that to our rotation. So
Another one.
Yeah, so we
Okay.
want that below the translate.
Okay.
Hold on. Yep.
Why the double rotation?
Actually, we'll set that below our fill. So
Okay.
that essentially what that does is it rotates the canvas back to where it originally was afterward. And then below that we'll do a ctx dot restore.
Okay. And restored as what?
It restores the context to its original settings.
Okay.
So
Not looking much better.
how
Looks like
are
little
we still
guns,
getting
honestly.
a weird negative offset on that? Looks
Yeah,
like we
it's definitely, I can't
might.
get it any lower than this.
Let's see. I know there was a
Oh, good. I
few
mean,
few
yeah,
tricks with that. So
we can jump to the mask and come back for this part, I think.
okay, let me take a look. So we've got our police image on that one. Um,
Do you want me to grab
yeah,
a
yeah,
couple
we
images?
can, yeah, let's grab a few images. Oh, perfect. Yeah, we can mask out horses with a horse head. That'll be.
Copy the URL.
Let's go small with those. We don't need
Cool.
the full size. And
All right.
then,
I'm going to do a few. Copy URL small. Does it matter the sizing of them? Like, or the dimensions?
um, I don't remember.
No
I don't
worries.
think so. I think it might off crop on a few of them. If not, I think I used, uh,
All good.
looking
So
at,
do we do like an array?
yep. So yeah, we'll set our canvas images as just a little, yep, an array there. And then, mm,
So in case people are wondering what's going on, I'm using Power Toys, which is a Windows plugin
oh
thing.
wow, that's that's wild.
It's
Okay.
really nice. I think that's the same one there. IXL. Can't tell. Let me save. It doesn't matter if you have the same one twice. It'll just be twice as
So
popular.
yeah, so let's see, we've got const images as our array. And then we'll also create another empty array above this one.
Cool. These are all unique. All right. Above.
And then we'll just call this one canvas images.
Do you want let?
Just a const is fine because it's an array because that can
True.
it's yeah, strange the way that works, but it doesn't matter much.
Yeah. Cool.
Then we've got our images, and then so we'll do an images dot for each loop here,
Right
right
here. Okay.
after, yep. Sure, yep. Images for each image,
All
and
right.
then we'll do const canvas image equals new, again, canvas syntax image with a capital I, no, just no CTX in front of that. So it's
Oh,
just,
thank you.
yeah. And then parentheses, there we go. And then we'll do canvas image dot src equals image. Oh, sorry, next line.
Sorry, man. All right.
Then we'll do canvas images dot push canvas image.
Got it. Cool. So this is the URL source of it, but this is the actual image, like
That's going into
objects
the
or.
canvas, and then
Cool.
we're going to loop through those and then stuff each one in
All right.
to
Nice.
yeah, to the
Sweet.
contexted image. So kind of a little confusing, but
I
just
think
how
I get it.
canvas
Yeah.
sort of, yeah. So
All right. So now we're gonna use this horse head to mask out those images. So how do we do
yep,
that?
yep. So inside of our draw function here, we can do, let's see, place image.
Is that a CTX thing?
Yep, right. Let's see, we got, yeah, right below our CTX dot bill. We'll do it. Place no CTX on that one. So
Okay.
we're just placing the image onto the,
Just that.
yep, place
That's the thing.
image. And then in parentheses,
What's this from? Is this like a web API or something?
let
Or
me Um, I think that's just a canvas thing.
Interesting. Did not know. All right.
No, no, hold on. It is not. So
Do you have a
we'll create a
function?
function called, yeah,
Okay.
it's a function. I'm
Cool.
sorry.
All good.
It's a function place image, and then we're going to pass a whole bunch of stuff into that, of course.
Sounds good.
So we'll pass our context in.
All right.
You'll want to set that as yeah, CTX, and then we'll do our so inside the actual function, we're going to set the function parameters here first.
Okay, cool.
So we'll pass in our CTX, our horse, so, and then rotation and scale.
All right. And then
And then,
horse.
so from there, let's see what we're
Rotation?
passing in with that. So, yeah, rotation and scale as well.
All right, nice.
Yeah, just to sort of separate those things out.
Cool.
And then our place image. So we'll do ctx.save in here. So it saves the context. And then we'll do ctx.clip and then horse inside of the clip. That essentially creates a clipping out of that. And then we'll do ctx.rotate of our negative rotation value.
Cool.
So essentially that sort of keeps the
paper to that.
it keeps the image always upright.
Okay. Cool.
And then ctx dot draw image.
Okay.
And then inside of that parenthesis, we're going to do a gsaputils.random and then canvas images.
Oh, canvas images.
That'll
right.
Yep, that'll pick a random
Cool. Yeah.
one from there.
For chat, like this is why we would reach for this over math.random, because like for some of these other ones, like I think we used it up here, like
Yep,
you might look at this and go, well,
math.random does a good job of that.
Like, why don't I just use math.random? Exactly. But for this, it's really nice not to have to do the like canvas images dot length and that stuff. It's just you could pass it either an array or 3 properties, or 2. It's just really handy. So that's why we would lean on this.
Yep, so after that, we'll throw the comma down, and then we'll do our same values that we used for our matrix are negative.
We're gonna do an object.
No. So this is just all of these are just gonna be separated by commas. So it's we're drawing an image, then we need to get the location of everything there. So
Got it.
so we'll grab that. What was our width value again?
Negative 451 and 400.
Okay. So yeah, we'll just use our negative 451 for all of these.
Okay.
And then divided by 2 times scale.
We're using a negative value for the size.
We're offsetting that up.
Oh,
so that it'll otherwise it'll print off and
so it's
it won't be. So what we're doing is we're setting the image so that it always falls directly in the center of the horse head, no matter where it's rotated. So I believe we were using a square image in ours, just so that when we rotate the feather around or the horse head around, it always
easier.
Yeah, it did that. So
cool.
Negative 451 divided by 2 times scale, and then 451 times scale and 451 times scale as the remaining 2 values in this.
That's the dimensions. Cool.
Yep. Yeah, and then the 451 value is that's just the width of our SVG path there. So
longest side.
Yep.
Cool.
Let's see.
All right. So
let's see if we can get that to draw
for
us.
It's really offset, and I think it stopped.
Yeah.
We might have got an error. A listener indicated unexpected token P in JSON at position 0. what did we do?
Clip horse. Rotation scale.
Coming back. Oh, it's going well. All right.
Okay. Yeah, now we're just, so it is, we're getting our
just offset.
flips and our rotations.
That doesn't seem to be throwing any more errors. Console.
Okay.
Yeah, we just need to figure out how to get it over the mouse the way that it is over here. So Chad, if you just got here, this is what we are recreating. Ryan worked on this for the Elegant Seagull site. We're doing one with horse heads. So this one is like spot on with the mouse, and we will get this one there.
Yep. So let's see what we got here. You just, so that everything
so Mark, I'm not sure when Mark is saying this. Sorry about that, Mark. It says context save first before the transforms.
let me take a, yeah, I think we want to, yeah, we want to save the context before we clip it, essentially is what we're doing here.
Okay.
And then we clip it to whatever path is on the context.
Right.
So, and then after we do our draw image, we'll do a CTX restore there. And that gets rid of the clipping region on that.
Okay, so that's working better already.
Yep.
And then are there, do we need to save up here too?
Let's see where that's right at the matrix, right? Let me think about that. See, I don't think we need to save that there. Are we setting, where are we setting our previous rotation? We want to set our previous rotation right below our, or right above our restore. So grab that previous rotation one. And then, yeah, let's put that down there. Let's see if that should get us.
We're not getting any, so the positioning is fixed. Cool. But we're not rotating.
Okay, so why
it's fine,
is
but
that?
This is sick. Chat, look at this. We're not resizing the window yet based on
kind
of documenting. That's fine.
Yeah, no, it's I mean.
Oh, interesting. But when okay, so there's a funky offset because now it's back to this. But still, chat, check out this effect. Okay, so the image is getting the rotation.
So that means the horse head must not be grabbing that rotation. So we're getting that okay with that. So do we have right above our place image is where we should be doing our CTX dot rotate rotation. So that's not our previous rotation. So
right, but this one's working, right? Like
negative,
or do we not want the image to rotate?
No, we want that place image to rotate. So that's good. We need to rotate the canvas then to see. So we've got our negative.
Why is it?
I think we just have something flipped here. So we got previous rotation, previous. So then right above our place image is where we want. So grab your.
Oh, Mark says the horse heads don't have the save. So they're getting restored here, I think.
Right, yep. If we go up, so if we grab that CTX rotation, we'll grab that again, and we'll place that right above our place image as well. I think that should do it.
Yep, that's doing it. We're getting something where. Let me see what. Hold on.
Pen can be a little finicky about that stuff sometimes.
Yeah, I think the rotation's a little borked again because it's not on my mouse or whatever, but the horses seem to be rotating once more.
Great.
But
let's see, where do we have our place image? Where are we calling that?
Place
image, we got that
right here.
there. Can you move that place image function up above just to, because no, sorry. The actual function for it.
Got
let's
it.
move that up above our draw function. I don't know how much that makes a difference, but we
I
should.
feel like it would be throwing an error if it would,
Yeah.
but
And then,
something different's happening at least. It's
yeah. So we're not something where it's just not quite centering up to our.
yeah. It seems so. The fact that I lose it eventually makes me think that it's accumulating. Here, let me.
It is, yeah. So let me take a quick peek on. Yeah, that'll be good to console log our prevex and our pre-y and our rotations as well. Yeah.
So we start out with undefined 0. Oh, hold on. Maybe that's part of it. I thought I was doing the right thing here, but
Yeah, you might need to throw commas in there. Otherwise, I think that might need to be an object to set them all at once,
got it.
or a array of.
All right, let's see. So we start off with 0, 5, 5, 12, 21. Okay, so they're all staying here, and then they start to wander off.
So I think that would mean that we're not doing our math somewhere correctly here. So let's see, what do we have our
Oh, or are we
in our
fine?
matrix?
I don't know. It's staying kind of consistent here.
Can we go to our?
Yeah.
It's hard for me to see this from afar here. So we got our matrix. We've got our horse add path, and then do we have our CTX rotate under that? Negative pre-rotation, CTX dot translate, X minus pre-X, Y minus pre-Y. And then, so right below that, then we'll do our rotation, CTX rotation.
Okay, sorry. Below this,
Yep.
CTX.
So
this one.
dot rotate. Yep, that one. So we'll move that up. And then you can get rid of the fill here because that just going to draw a black horse. And we'll do our place image.
Okay.
And then we're passing our CTX, our horse, and our rotation, and our scale. And then we're setting our pre-rotation.
Right. That's fine.
So
And
oh,
that
get
seems
rid
to be
of
working.
so
Like these were consistent. That they're not accumulating.
okay, so get rid of that rotation right there, the CTX rotation.
Okay. Why don't we have to save here, but we have to save in this?
Because I believe because that's an external function, and we want I think it's with the images. Oh, there we go.
There we go. It's that double rotation that was killing us. Nice. All right,
Okay.
chat. We made it. And then
yeah. So now we can let's at the very top of our file here we can say so on the elegant Seagulls 404 page, what we're doing is every other feather is black just to create a little bit of interest and depth.
Cool. Should we add a row? Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold on.
Yeah. So now we can add yeah, if we want to do that. Otherwise we can color in one horse head black and then we can alternate those just a quick.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking for the effect of
yeah. Yeah, certainly. Yeah, we can certainly do that. And then
color white and then
size humongous.
Like what is it, like 8 view max be ridiculous or what? That's pretty good.
Yeah, and then we'll need to set your z index for your h1 or your position probably relative, and then you could
I don't know
throw
why I'm doing this asterisk. I just do an h1.
Set yeah.
How do you?
You'll need to add a positioning, so position relative on that probably. So
right, I always forget
to
that.
get that to push up. There we go.
Nice, cool. And we could worry about centering and stuff later. But so every other one, you do black. So you just have like a.
Yeah, I have just a little switcher function. So right above our draw function, you can just throw a let black equals false.
Cool.
And then right where we are calling our place image function inside of
Right.
there, yep. So let's just if black, and then we'll do ctx dot fill horse, like on line 72 there. And then we'll
Yep.
set black to false underneath that. And then else.
Oh, I'm screwing this all up. Hold on.
Yeah,
There we go. And then else.
place image.
Cool.
And then yeah, you can put that inside of there, and then we'll set black to true.
Cool.
So that's, yeah, creating a real simple switch to look back and forth as to that.
Nice. And it just helps to
There
darken
we
it
go.
and fill it in a bit. Really cool effect, buddy. That's so
Thank
fun.
you. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Just
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing with that for another 10 minutes. Chat.
yeah, and then of course you can adjust your scale values if you wanted
Yeah.
to scale more or less,
You
rotate,
could definitely get that typography a little bit more in line.
Yeah, so if we do body, display flex, or grid, place content center, height of 100 ph. And then you might need the width of 100%.
And then, yeah, we can go even more with this. Sweet.
Text align center.
Is it font? No, text. Sweet. Did that do anything? I don't know if it did. Was it already there? It might have been already there because of. Or does this font not have?
I don't know what this. Yeah, system font might not there.
Yeah,
so
there
you go.
Letter. -3 pixels. Whatever. Who cares? Probably do that as -1. Sorry, I'll stop V max. So that it's the same proportion. Cool. All right, save, and then let's see it start over so we can like do the reveal thing. Is it gonna restart? I might have to just refresh the page. There we go. So you see nothing, and then you come in. Oh, we gotta do.
Yeah. On the H1 there, you've got to make sure that you have pointer events not on that.
Put it on the whole dang thing.
Well, that might affect the.
Is that gonna affect the canvas?
Side. It might. So just do that on the H1.
I'm actually curious. Let me just. Does that affect? Yeah, it affects the canvas. Interesting.
Yeah.
Now I know. Sweet. Ryan, always a pleasure to have you, buddy. Thank you for teaching us so much over the years that you've been coming on. I think it's been years now. I think it's been.
Has it officially been years?
It might have been
we're
at
probably
least
getting
a
pretty
year.
close.
I don't know. We'll have to dig in and find out. When was the first sighting of Ryan Labar on Front End Horse? We need to know.
Wait, what was our first one? Was that Anderson Brothers or was that?
I think. I mean, it was. I think the space one. The.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We'll
the bouncing. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, that was really cool. The gravity slider. That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Chat. Awesome. Wait, are there going to be more recreations from Elegant Seagulls, like the menu? So that is a question, right? The people love that menu. It's an awesome menu, but it's also the most complicated thing on the site, or at least one of them.
Yeah, it's the menu's super complicated. Just to get everything working properly with it, because there's so many sort of variations as to what could possibly happen from which page you're coming from, which page you're going to. Yeah, and sort of just how it's rotating, how it's offset for different screen sizes. So it's yeah, I mean we could definitely do a breakdown on it, but I don't think we
would
would
be a
have
whole episode
time.
For sure. And a lot of it
do
seemed repetitive, not in like it's not a critique of your work. It just, some things aren't as fun to like watch someone do, because it's like now you adjust this CSS custom property and this one.
Yeah, so each essentially So you have a so what's happening there is there's a parent class based on which page you're currently on, and then each one of the menu items inside of the menu has a CSS variable based on that particular page. So if you're on the home page, these three need to transform up from their set position, but the homepage one needs to be in its like scale out sort of
Right.
position there.
Right. And then if you have something like the 404 page that's not on the
Yep.
menu, that's a whole other
Then that
thing.
has to go back and then fade down, and then all of them have to
Right.
unfold. So there's just a lot of checks that have to be written out in
Yeah.
CSS. So I think I've got like a global class name for each page. So like whether we're on the home page or on the portfolio page or on other is where like the
So good.
404 or any of the portfolio pages would be. And then I've got it, everything on this runs on a single timeline for a
Oh,
single green sock timeline. So it's just one timeline that is transforming like 32 CSS custom properties. If you want to open up the inspector, we can see see all those going. It is in the
oh, yeah.
uh, yeah,
Where do I
yeah, we
go?
can pinch that down. So it would be in the wrapping header, I believe.
Header inner? Like we got header this part?
It'd be yeah, it'd be one of those. So on that would be the nav the
Yes,
so
I think I like, yeah, we see it when that,
yeah, you can see a lot of those going
yeah.
there.
Yeah, and
So
there's all, like you see on home nav rotate, on work nav rotate, on capabilities. Yeah.
so
So,
yeah, so I'm animating all this the potential all the potential outcomes at once, and then I'm using CSS to define how the which of those animations are actually taking place. So
cool.
with that, we avoided rewriting over or overwriting our styles. So
Got it.
if somebody was on the home page and then they click to another page, then we'd have to refigure out everything. Instead, if I'm just animating all of them at once and just changing which
Custom
one of
property.
those CSS
Hell yeah.
custom properties are being applied based on the page, found that to be much easier to manage, as well as you don't have to worry about, well, now that the contact page is no longer rotating up from its bottom, now we have to refigure out what that rotation was, what it was previously.
Right.
So yeah, this way, all of the transforms are being handled with CSS custom properties that are being animated with GreenSock.
It's a really cool problem to solve, dude. Well done. And yeah, just gorgeous stuff. Chat really appreciates it. That Adrian guy asks, am I going to publish that pen? So I typically don't publish pens unless like I give a whole lot of attribution. If
I'm
Ryan,
happy to share
awesome,
the code pens for those.
cool.
I do
Should I
have
just drop those in chat because you sent me them
I
earlier? Would that be
yes,
cool?
let me make
This one is public. Do you want me to
yeah,
share
yeah,
this one out?
we can make that
This
one public. My version of the Rolodex one is not nearly as pretty as yours because I just used the word item 24 times or
it's a
12
good word
times.
though. It's
So
a good word.
yeah.
So I can,
So if you want to
yeah.
send me, if you just want to drop your list in Discord, I can publish our Rolodex.
Okay, cool. We can. I mean, you don't have to use the chat names, but totally
Yeah, I
up to you.
mean, yeah,
Here.
yeah. Let's do that.
All right, dropping it on you now. Now, and then
Perfect. And
yeah, and then so the other one is already set, and yeah,
then I will
you have
just
a
drop that
nicer
there. Let's take a little
version of
little look at
Rolodex.
that.
Cool. So we will get that published for you. And yeah, check out Ryan's. Well, I guess it's the Elegant Seagulls code pen. Is that also your like personal private one, or you just all share it?
No, I do have a personal one as well.
Okay, got it.
But yeah, this is the one that I typically used for these sorts of demos, especially because we are, celebrating the Elegant Seagulls website. So certainly,
Yeah. And this is the one that Ryan made last time he was on the show. So a whole lot of fun. Go check out that video. And yeah, buddy, you are always welcome back. Always a blast to have you on. I learned a ton. Yeah, just appreciate you sharing your knowledge, bringing the enthusiasm for creative coding, and yeah, it's a good time.
Always happy to. Let me get you this code pen here. I
No worries.
believe
We can also just drop it in the Discord. So I just dropped a link to the Discord. Ryan's in there. We can always drop it in there. We don't need to.
I just have to unprivate it. So
yeah, no worries.
There we go. And then I will send this back to you via the Discord here.
I just got it.
Discord.
All right, cool, folks.
So
thank you.
That is, yeah, that's cool. I just wanted to make sure that you got. Oh, great, awesome.
All right, chat. Thank you so much for being here, Brent. Thank you, buddy. Adrian, so much awasomeness. I agree. And does Ryan have socials? That Adrian guy asks. So
yeah, just Ryan _ Labar, LABAR. Yeah, my name's right below
that. Yes. Yeah. I just dropped your Twitter in chat. And if you check out the Front End Horse Twitter or anything, he's tagged there. So yeah.
And then make sure to follow along with Elegant Seagulls too. So
awesome.
Elegant Seagulls on Twitter, and then
dropping that there. And yeah, thank you to the Elegant Seagulls team for letting us borrow Ryan so often. Really appreciate it. Yeah, y'all make some fantastic stuff, and we're happy to have you back on to teach us whatever cool new component or widget or whatever you're making next. We want to keep stealing all your good ideas and using it for our own project. So we appreciate
you sharing with the happy to share and teach, and keep the community cruising.
Love it. Awesome. All right. That's all for us today, folks. Thank you so much. We're going to find somebody to raid, though. And if you're new here, hop in the Discord, drop a follow here. We're always doing some kind of creative coding or just having fun hanging out. Really positive community. Lots of lovely folks in chat here that are a part of it. And we'll see you next time. Take care, but hang in. We'll find somebody fantastic to raid. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Awesome. Thank you.